Hi everyone, my name is Maria Alejandra Andrade, and in this video I will share a short summary of the activities I work on during this term for the subject reputation and brand management. So, for week one, the activity was about using Google Trends. It is a free tool that shows how people search for brands or topics on Google over time and in different countries. It helps marketers compare brands and understand global interest. In my presentation, I analyzed three skincare brands: CeraVe, Eucerin, and La Roche-Posay. I compare their interest over time and across regions, and I found that CeraVe is the most popular worldwide with a strong growth since 2020 thanks to digital campaigns and influencers. La Roche-Posay had the lowest global search, but I noticed a small increase recently, maybe because of new products or collaborations. In general, this activity helped me understand how data can explain brand reputation and positioning in a clear way. For week two, the topic was field of experience. I had to choose an unbranded product and give instructions for a creative team to design a website using the Hofstede Index. I chose the skincare, like a skincare cream, and I compare Australia and Colombia. I found that Australia is a low context, low power distant culture, so my instructions focus on simple visual equality and transparency. And Colombia is high context and high power distance. So I suggest a premium style with luxury cues, expert voices, and a formal tone. Finally, I create an image with visual and verbal cues to support the design. These activities show me how culture strongly shapes creative brief and marketing communication. In week three, the task was to define a brand from MCG product found on AliExpress or Wish. My group chose a premium needle file set. At first, it was just a cheap tool with a price of around $10, but we analyzed the potential target audience, like craft people, designers, enthusiasts between 25 and 50 years old who value precision, durability, and the pride of creating with their hands. The key was to add an emotional layer. We decided to position the product not only as a tool, but a creator's companion. With this idea, the set becomes part of the marker's identity, something meaningful and long lasting. This emotional shift also allowed us to move from a cost based price to a perception based price, increasing it around $30 to $40. This activity showed me how strong branding can transform a low cost item into a premium product. For week four, the task was to build a brand ladder. A brand ladder is a framework that links product attributes to functional and emotional benefits, showing how features can be turned into feelings that increase brand value. For this activity, I chose a simple unbranded t-shirt and create a concept to make it more valuable in the market, especially for the target audience. I decided to call it Empower Her Tees, giving added value to a basic product by connecting it with women emotions. The target audience is women between 20 and 35 years old living in urban areas who care about feminism, body positivity, and ethical fashion. Their main emotional need is to feel empowered, authentic, and part of a supportive community. The attributes include organic cotton, soft fabric, inspirational quotes, and ethical production. These become functional benefits like comfort, durability, and self expression. On the emotional side, the t shirt makes women feel seen, inspired, and proud of their values. Finally, the leverage message we create was not just fashion, a movement empowerment you can wear. In week five, the topic was the MECA model and the Schwartz value system. The Schwartz theory explains the basic human values that guide consumer behavior. while the MECA model helps connect product attributes to benefits and values. I chose a simple hairbrush and I focused on two values: self esteem and happiness. Through the MECA model, I link attributes like ergonomic, design, and bright colors to benefits such as detangling without pain and adding joy to daily routines. This led to advertised message for self-esteem. Shine with confidence, detangle gently, style effortlessly, and for happiness, bright colors, happy mornings, make hair care a joy. The buyer person I defined was women with hard to detangle and treated hair who value trust, autonomy, and efficiency. This activity taught me how product features can be translated into values that drive consumer decisions. In week 6, we work on two activities: Vader score and the frame of reference. And we had to choose a product from AliExpress. In my case, I chose the mini handle ultra quiet fan. First, with the Vader score, I wrote posts for students and office workers in neutral, positive, and negative tones. The result showed that neutral posts stayed factual. Positive ones highlight comfort and scored height, and negative ones create urgency but had lower scores. This showed me how tone and emotions can change the way audience react to the same product. Then I applied the frame of reference. At the narrow frame, I compared it to other handle fans. Cool comfort anytime, anywhere. At the broader frame, I include desk and clip-on fans, smart cooling that fits your life. At the broadest frame, I connected into lifestyle and well-being products. Control your comfort anywhere you go. This taught me how a product can be positioned differently depending on the frame we chose. For week 7, we had to work with perception management and repositioning. We had to choose a person, a country, a product with bad reputation. So I chose Colombia as my case of study because it still carries negative perceptions linked to cocaine, kidnappings, insecurity, war, and poverty. Using social listening tools, I built a first cognitive map with these negative cues. The goal was to reduce negative mentions and increase positive sentiment. The new cues highlighted Colombians' biodiversity, ecotourism, coffee and gastronomy, cultural creativity, and the warmth of its people. I and then I designed a second cognitive map allocating more budget to safety and biodiversity, followed by culture, food, and people. This activity taught me how repositioning can shift the narrative of a brand or even a whole country by replacing negative associations with positive and authentic stories. For week 8, the focus was on packaging, analyzing using the view model: visibility, information, emotion, and workability. I work with the Milva Nestle shampoo, a Bulgarian product for oily hair. The current package, a green bottle with a screw top, cap, and heavy leafy imagery, look outdated, overloaded with text, hard to read, and not practical in the shower. Using the view model, I redesigned the packaging. For visibility, I proposed a clean mint green design with a clear logo. For information, I simplified the text and add eco-friendly icons. For emotion, I gave it a fresh modern look to attract younger health-conscious consumers. And for workability, I suggest a round ergonomic bottle with a pump dispenser, recyclable materials, and an easier user experience. The new design not only solved the main issues but also positioned Milva as a more modern eco-conscious and user-friendly brand while staying true to its natural roots. For week 9, the topic was the fish bean model and the theory of reason actions, which explain how attitude influence buying intentions. The formula, the formula is A equals B times A, where attitudes is built from belief and evaluation. For this activity, I compared two cosmetic brands, L'Oreal and Revlon. I listed attributes like price, sustainability, product quality, variety, and innovation. L'Oreal achieved a much higher attitude score of 78, mainly because of its strong variety, innovation, and good value for money. Revlon, on the other hand, had a score of only 42, performing lower in quality, sustainability, and innovation. Based on these results, I propose strategies for Revlon to improve its score. This includes launching better quality formulas tested by experts, introducing vegan and natural products, investing in sustainability with recyclable packaging, and refreshing its image through influencer collaborations. In this activity, I learned how the fish bean model is a practical tool to identify weaknesses and guide strategies to increase purchase intention. And that's the end of my presentation. I really enjoyed working on these projects and I hope you like my summary. Thank you.